Guys, we've talked about folding phones on this channel about a million times, and we've also talked as much as we really could about another sort of transformative, perhaps phone experience, something with a rollable screen. Well, today in this video, we have what is being called a first look at something Samsung may be actually actively working on, and I kind of hope that they are because part of me thinks it's really, really cool. So let's look at this tweet here from XLeaks7. First look at a square-shaped Samsung smartphone with an extendable screen. We're going to go to their website to check this out. And if we scroll down, what this is based on is a patent that Samsung has filed. You can see the patent here. We're going to look at their imagery because it's a bit prettier and nicer than what is just in the patent. Before I go any further, it is important to remember that companies patent loads of things, and most of it never actually becomes a device you can go into a store and purchase. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that this is one that comes out because I really want to see it. Let's scroll down. This is sort of theoretically what such a device could look like. What you have here is the body of the device. All your internals are packed inside this little square. And then as you can see here, the display will roll out. So the display goes in and rolls around on the inside. So that's how it's small. When it extends, the display will then sort of come out from inside of the device and then extend out like that. So that when you're holding the thing, I guess you're just holding onto this brick, this block in the back of it. And then there is your full phone. It might make one-handed use a little bit awkward. Like maybe you'd flip it around and the block would be on the bottom. That would make it easier to hold, I would say, in a one-handed orientation. But I'm just imagining, one, how small this would be in your pocket. And then two, you pull it out and it's just this tiny little square cover display thing, which you could quickly go through your navigation. It's basically like the Z Flip model now, which has a very, very large cover display. That's basically what you would be getting out of something like this. Now, this little model here does not have a selfie camera in the front. Maybe it would be under display. I hope not, because those are terrible. I don't see a camera bump on the back. Presumably, you wouldn't maybe need a camera bump because this thing is already so thick. Maybe you could fit everything in there and have no significant camera bump, although that would remain to be seen. One other important thing to remember with a design like this is that as it rolls in, it's possible that it's not folding and creasing the display quite as much as it would be on a true foldable device, and that might actually help with the longevity of such a device. Now, would this be hardware enabled in the sense that there's a motor that pushes the display out, or would there be like a little lip hanging off right there that you're going to grab and slide the thing out like a measuring tape or something like that? I honestly think that this is a really like potentially cool design. If you take the Z Flip, right, and you fold it over, that's basically what we are talking about. Remove the need for a hinge, right? So the hinge is gone, which is going to free up some space inside this device, but you're going to have some space taken up by the fact that the screen will roll around the inside. I think it's doable, though, and you can just slide this thing out rather than folding it, open it up. It's going to slide out from the bottom. Now, what are the advantages of something like this? Well, it's more of like a monoblock design, right? It would be like one solid piece. Maybe that makes it a bit more durable than something that can flip and fold open. That's entirely possible. Although, of course, one big part that could be fragile, which should be fragile, is when the thing is open. Like if you drop it like this, it's open and you drop it and it lands on that spot, it's just going to snap in half. The thing's going to be broken instantaneously. So that is definitely a concern that you would have to have while using a device like this. But still, I think it's cool. I would love to know, though, what do you think about this? Is this something you would like to see Samsung actually pursue and actually produce? Let me know in those comments. What are some use cases you can imagine? How would you potentially use something like this? Let's have a fun conversation in the comments down below. I will link in the description to the post from XLeaks7, so you could follow them and then go to the actual website there if you want to do that as well, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.